going down, fuck the world, I'm a thug. Tell him can't nothing stop me but a slug.
Real quick, let's touch on. I don't think we talked about UFC Poland or Don's. How do you say that shit? Anyone know?
Man, who gives a shit?
Europeans get touchy when you can't pronounce their names and shit.
It'll be all right.
Anyway, we got Dan. What up?
I thought Ashley gave you the pronunciation a couple times there.
He did. I forgot it. So anyway, main event. Darren motherfucking Till though. God damn. Okay, now Fred, was it Darren motherfucking Till or oh shit, Cowboys done? Which one was it for you?
A little bit of both. I wouldn't say Cowboys done. I'll tell you what I will fucking say is Darren Till looked like he was 6 weight classes above fucking Cowboy. Now I don't know whether Darren Till is just an extremely large welterweight or whether Cowboy needs to shimmy on back down to lightweight, but immediately, and I don't mean just height, I mean his motherfucking back looked wide. He just looked very big next to Cowboy immediately. Even when they kind of tied up on the ground for a brief moment, homeboy just looked huge compared to Cowboy. And I mean, listen, man, Darren Till's a self-proclaimed amazing striker. It is kind of what it is. I don't think too much in either way. I wouldn't go putting the fork in Cowboy, and I wouldn't go anointing fucking Darren Till the next Conor McGregor. He looks very good. Cowboy looked a bit like shit, but we've seen Cowboy look like shit before. Props to Cowboy for even taking that cocksucking fight. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know. Darren Till looked real. I would give more credit to Till than I would take away from Cowboy. I just think Cowboy ain't really a natural welterweight anyways. I mean, he had a couple big wins there, but that don't mean he necessarily belongs there. I think this fight might have been a little reminder of that, you know?
Going off of what you just said, Fred, is this the perfect case for adding a middle in between 155 and 170? Is this like a perfect case for advocating for a 165 and a 175 weight class so we could have those in-betweeners like Cowboy, like Dos Anjos, like a bunch of those guys that aren't really 70ers but are almost killing themselves to get down to 155?
No, Ariel Hawani, we don't. I'm sorry, but no.
Whoa.
Listen, I don't think it's debatable how bad Cowboy was killing himself to get down to 55. Cowboy likes to drink Budweisers. To the best of my knowledge, that's not great for your weight, Cowboy. Sorry. I know fucking ski-doing and drinking Budweisers and banging little white broads makes you happy, but sometimes you don't always get what you want. Your career, you have to forego the fucking cheesecake and the Budweisers and make 55. I never seen Cowboy on the scale looking that fucking bad. Nah, and if not, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Fucking Anthony Johnson made it work. He went up like 9 weight classes and almost got the belt.
I don't know. I think there's tiers to each weight class, right? Like Cowboy can take anybody in the lower tier 170ers. That's cool. Once you get up to the higher guys, I mean, can you imagine Cowboy against Anthony Johnson if he can make 170? I mean, like, or back when he did make 170, like twice or whatever it was, it'd be kind of a real fight for Cowboy.
Yeah, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. The size difference is a real thing, but then look at Robert Whittaker at 85.
Right. You
know what I'm saying? So, I mean, maybe Cowboy is getting a little long in the tooth. It was Poland too. If we're just throwing excuses at Cowboy here.
No, you know what? When I saw Cowboy in that fight, I think a couple people noticed it as well. He definitely looked like a lot older of a Cowboy. You know, he wasn't that, that young, spry Cowboy that we're used to seeing. He just seemed like he aged out of nowhere. But I think you're right. I think you definitely have to give it up to Darren Till, who came out there and just put a beating on Cowboy. I mean, like didn't really back away from Cowboy. Really wasn't afraid of what Cowboy had to offer, right? And we've all heard the things about how Cowboy is a very mental guy, where if things aren't going his way, he kind of folds up shop and wants to go home. So, if he faces a guy with the confidence of Darren Till, it seems like that's always like his kryptonite. A guy that's confident, not afraid of what Cowboy can do, and is just going to walk him down and bring the fight to him. So I don't know, man. I agree with Fred though. I think it's a little bit of both. And I kind of agree with Fred too. Cowboy had some of his best fights and performances at 155. it's kind of like the Kelvin Gastelum thing, right? I mean, Eddie, you just lay off the burritos every once in a while and you can make the weight.
Right. Right. I mean, Kelvin will do all right at 85, but if he really wants to get that belt, he needs to be at 70. He just has to show the discipline and get down there. I mean, that's where he needs to be. What the fuck?
And it really is all discipline, man. I can tell you that shit right now.
Listen,
it's literally a discipline issue.
I'm not saying I could do it. Don't get me wrong. I'm also not trying to be a professional fighter. True. So I'm sorry, but I can say this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't help. That's their motherfucking job. We've all got our jobs to do. Everybody wakes up and goes and does shit they don't want to do. Part of their job is fucking foregoing that shit and making the weight. That's a big part of their job.
And that's the thing. That's the thing you just said there, Fred. I'm sure if I paid you what they pay Cowboy, what they pay Kelvin, what they pay any of those, high-powered guys, you would make the weight. It's all about having that ability to just push through those days. I mean, you can ask any guy that has to cut weight, a wrestler, an Olympic guy, any of those guys, cutting weight, making weight sucks. It's even for Eddie over here, our buddy Eddie, it's same day weigh-ins for him. It's not, hey, I get to, dick around the next day for the next 12 hours and, make weight. Then, I can relax. No, it's like you got to be on your best, make weight, and compete. So, I mean, it's just excuses that you can't make weight.
And listen, at the end of the day, if you ain't chasing no belt, fuck it. Cowboy's got a big enough name. If all he wants to do is get paid and fight, they'll come up for fights with him at 70. He'll be a bit outweighed here and there, but like if you're not really trying to get every advantage you can, then fuck it. Eat what you want, do what you want. You'll take an L here or there, but you got a big enough name that you're gonna get paid regardless. So at the end of the day, truthfully, fuck them, fuck us, fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that fool probably knows he ain't gonna get a belt anyway. So book yourself in entertaining fights, fuck the weight cut, and do the damn thing. Darren Till, on the other hand, now. He's a prospect. He's an official fucking blue chip prospect at this point.
Especially with the name, the victory over Cowboy. The name is huge. The name is huge. So, meanwhile, he's a big dude. And shout out to Liam. What's up, man? John Smith says Cowboy didn't come out looking ready. He never does. I mean, he starts off slow almost every single fight. Yeah,
that was a talking point coming into the fight too. Is that Cowboy starts off a little slow, and Darren Till usually starts off a little quick, and he's a big striker, and it looked like that's what happened in this one. So,
yeah, it was funny is that during the fight, I'm always on Twitter especially during fights, but there was a lot of talk like this guy moves like Conor McGregor, and it was just like shit with that, but.
A little bit. I've seen it though.
Yeah, exactly. No,
just that kind of wide stance and the way he was bobbing. Like I seen it. I kind of thought that of me. Not quite like Conor, but to the naked eye, it had that look.
Right. I didn't think about it until I saw his tweets, and I was like, okay, yeah, a little bit. Not completely.
The way he was kind of snapping his punches and striking was a bit like Conor-esque and shit. Yeah. I mean, what was really Conor-esque was Cowboy's reaction. Yeah. He was just kind of looked like he was like, Matt, and Cowboy was fucking getting hurt by those. That's what kind of felt like Conor. A lot of times Conor doesn't look like he's like throwing a softball. He kind of looks like he's just popping them in there, and all of a sudden Eddie Alvarez is fucking doing a nosedive.
Yeah. So now they're Darren Till at the end of the fight, and Darren Till calls out Mike Perry. Mike Perry hilariously jumps on the cage. He starts fucking barking at him. They both go face to face. Dan Hart did the right thing, putting the microphone in between him. Like, all right, fuck it. There you go. That's great promotion for that fight. But Perry's fighting the number 9 guy, Ponzinibbio. So he's got to beat him. If he loses to him, they're not giving him the Darren Till fight. Darren Till is number 8 now, I think. 8 ranked or something like that. He skyrocketed from wherever the fuck he was.
Listen, whatever. Fuck it. Ponzinibbio wins. Ponzinibbio gets the fight.
And that's a fucking good fight, too. I don't give a fuck what anyone.
That's what I'm saying. So it kind of works either way. Fuck it. Give him the winner of that fight. Hopefully Perry wins because that's a sexier fight. But at the end of the day, if Ponzinibbio comes in and thunder strikes Mike Perry, I'll fuck that fight, too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, the funny thing is, I don't know. Thinking about a Darren Till Mike Perry fight, to me, I mean, Darren Till's gonna fuck him up.
Oh, that's sexy though. That's a
fuck
sexy
yeah, you want to
fight.
see it?
Attitude was fucking, these motherfuckers love it to be a soldier. Must maintain composure at ease, don't like to complicate.